The Black Sun and the number 13 and its connection to 2012. That's what I'm going to discuss in this video. To me, the Black Sun is the source which powers our physical and temporal reality. Here is an excerpt from a website explaining a possible meaning behind the Black Sun. According to Peter Moon in his book The Black Sun, the ultimate concept of Thule is well represented in the myth of it as the capital city or center of Hyperborea, a word which literally means beyond the poles. As it is beyond the poles, Hyperborea is positioned as being outside of this dimension. Thule, being in the center, is positioned as the source of all life on Earth. In Greek mythology, Pythagoras was taught sacred geometry by Apollo, a god who was identified as a resident of Hyperborea. In Pythagorean teachings, the Earth itself geometrically unfolds from a void in the center. This void has been recognized by many ancient groups, including the Sumerians, as the Black Sun. In this sense, Thule is synonymous with the Black Sun. Due to the delicate nature of this Black Sun symbol, which has been used throughout history all over the world, I want you to be educated on this. I don't want one man to ruin this symbol. The symbol is actually a four-sided symbol, which is an archetype for the rotations of time and consciousness, moving clockwise and counterclockwise in upward or downward spirals, allowing souls to experience many levels of reality simultaneously. Just look at our galaxy very closely right now. Look how it's spiraling. Do you see any symbols out there naturally in history that have mimicked it? You guessed it. It's the swastika. I must admit, I was a little bit turned off when I first came across this, but then I thought, hey, this has been around for thousands of years and found independently by dozens of different cultures around the world. So there must be some truth behind this symbol. Don't let one idiot ruin it for the rest of us. I believe this symbol popped up as kind of a wake-up call. Albeit a rude awakening, it was still a wake-up call. You know how your alarm goes off right before you wake up and you're having a really nice dream and it incorporates it into the dream? I think that's what this symbol is doing. It's kind of letting us know that our evolution is coming in 2012. The word swastika actually comes from the Sanskrit word su, meaning well, and asti, meaning to be. There are actually two types of swastikas, the right-facing and the left-facing swastikas, which are mirror images of each other. These two forms are said to represent the two forms of Lord Brahma, the Creator. The right-facing swastika indicates the evolution of the universe, pravati, and the left-facing swastika symbolizes the involution of the universe, nivirti, the process that allows creation to happen. No one understood this better than the Mayans and the Aztecs, whose calendar system is still baffling scientists today in how accurate it is. That accuracy actually comes from the meditative ability to tap into that black sun in the center and bring back information regarding the nature of our reality in time and space in order to get their calendar system, which is still accurate today. This leads me to my next point about the cyclical nature of time and how 13 is so important and integral for that. Just look here at the Mayan calendar and how they integrated 13. See the 13 dots going around counterclockwise. Not to mention 13 is the second star number of a hexagon and the seventh Fibonacci number. 13 was a number central to certain traditions of sacred geometry because it reflected a pattern which could be seen to exist in man, nature, and the heavens. For instance, there are 13 major joints in your body, there are 13 lunar cycles in a solar year, and the moon travels 13 degrees across the sky every day. 6 circles placed around a 7th central circle is a model of geometric efficiency and perfection in the second dimension that has been known to mathematicians for ages. But this same configuration in 3 dimensions consists of 12 spheres arranged around one central sphere, making 13 in all, the most compact 3-dimensional arrangement recurrent in nature. This is the Aztec version of the black sun. If you see the guy in the center, the arrow is pointing up. The up arrow is going to the 13th symbol. The glyph, which represents both the start and end of the Aztec calendar, is known as 13 Cain and symbolizes the death of one cycle, followed by the birth of another, the Alpha and Omega. Surprisingly enough, the death card for the tarot is also a number 13, as you see him holding the number 13. But it's nothing to be afraid of, it's just a transition or some inexorable forces beyond your control, putting the past behind you, having to part ways by going through a transition, moving from the known to the unknown. So it's getting back to the basics and being part of a powerful moment and riding your fate. So it sounds pretty exciting time to me. If time even exists after that point, if you know what I mean.